welcome to this press conference for the 2025 NCAA Division III Women's Lacrosse Tournament. Second round action in Salisbury today. Salisbury defeating Haverford 9-8 to advance to next weekend's third round. We're joined by representatives of the victorious Sea Gulls. Moving left to right, Miranda Mears, head coach Jim Nestor, Julianna Ott, and Audrey Harrington. So, Coach, just first off, a statement on an exciting 60 minutes of lacrosse.
That was an exciting 60 minutes. I mean, we had a great third quarter. I think that was a big difference, obviously. We got a lot of momentum going there to take us into that fourth quarter. Again, Haverford's a very good team. I mean, when you look at their schedule and see their comparable scores against Gettysburg and F&M, we knew it was going to be a battle. So we prepared for them, expecting them to kind of come through in that St. Mary's game. Again, that was a great game, too, between those two teams. So, for us, again, that third quarter, first half was solid, but that third quarter really made a difference, and really proud of how they came through and then held on at the end and come on with the victory, actually.
Audrey, you had the winning goal, 7 seconds remaining. Straight up, take us through that moment.
I mean, it first came from our draw girls being able to get that ball. Jay here actually got that draw, which was amazing. It was an amazing fight. And then our defense being able to stop them throughout that quarter. But once we got it down, we had trust in all of our players. We have trust in everyone, so we weren't sure who was going to be the one to score because we all are a threat. But thanks to my teammates who trust in me and Coach Nestor here, couldn't do it without them, and I kind of just, put my head down and, went. But honestly, it was just thanks to my teammates who were able to, trust me to have the ball and be able to make that happen.
And Miranda and Julianna, Haverford had the offense bottled up in that first quarter, but you were able to adjust, scored 4 goals each in the second and third as a team. So what opened up for you into that second quarter, then coming out of halftime?
I think that our offense just, got into a flow of things. We're a little bit creative, based off of how they were playing us. But, just team effort all the way through. We got a whole bunch of draws in the third that was, able for us to get the ball down there and, work our offense. And I think we just, relied on each other and just started executing a lot better.
Yeah, I think it just came down to trusting each other, having confidence with the ball, and some amazing saves by Paige to help us, to be able to have the ball in offense. But yeah, just taking drives and looking for the best option.
All right, we'll open it up to the floor.
Coach, we talked earlier this week, and we actually talked about Julianna Ott a little bit and how she kind of moved more towards an attack position. Obviously, in this game, you moved her back towards the midfield. She had some big draws for you, some big clears. I mean, just what was that game planning this week, obviously, with Grace Doyle down for this game?
Yeah, that was a big thing. Without having Grace, we were going to rely on, our middies a little bit more. But obviously with Jay, just dodging from the top a little bit more. We knew that was going to be happening. And that was where, over that third quarter, we were flowing on the offensive end of things. That was the biggest thing. Again, winning the draw, helping win the draw, help clearing the ball. Jay does so much for us that we know that when she gets it, it's going to be good decisions with it, clearing it over. And then again, we have to just execute on our offensive end, which really happened much better in that third quarter. We were just executing better.
And then Julianna, kind of turning towards you, you had many clears of this game. Obviously, at times, defense was triple teaming you. You were having a field day out there in the midfield. I mean, just walk me through all those clears going your way.
Honestly, it just comes down to being confident and just knowing what to do with the ball, not panicking, and just making the best decision that you can.
And Audrey, going to you, I mean, you had that last second goal, you and Dunbar kind of connecting on that last second. Kind of walk me through that one. You've had tons of great goals in this game. Just walk me through all those emotions.
Avery is a really good person to work with down low. She's really, stepped up her game this year. She's an incredible player. And, 2 of my goals kind of came from her, one in the second quarter, which was an amazing feed inside with going towards the end of the shot clock, which was awesome. That was an amazing look by her. And then just being able to kind of cat and mouse down low to get our defenders moving. She really helped, give me that opportunity to drive down there because she helped get those defenders to have to communicate with each other, which helped to get me inside the 8 so I can kind of make something happen. So, being down there with her is amazing, and I love working with her and just, keep executing down there.
Coach, last question for you. I mean, in the fourth, you had 2 yellow cards, go down 2 players. I mean, just walk through those cards right there and just how you got the team to settle down.
Of course, we talked about at half and after the third quarter, we did a great job staying out of the box. And, of course, it was like a demon coming right out at us. being in the box. So that was hard. But again, our defense played great. First things first. I mean, all overall, the calls turnovers allowed us to play a lot of offense, more so when we were creating those turnovers. As I said, Paige coming up with some nice saves. So that's where, again, we kind of talked about we need to be a little more disciplined. At least they weren't really in that midfield area where, again, you get those little ticky-tack kind of green cards at the end of the day. So, but I'd rather our defense play aggressive than too passive, at the end of the day. So it's a little stressful when you're 2 men down. But, again, the defense, did a great job today.
Well, Coach, just to summarize, on to the final 16 once again. Looks like it's St. John Fisher next Saturday. Your thoughts and your message to the team?
Well, we'd like to know where we're going, if we're going to Fish or if we're going to Tufts. First things first. But we've watched some film on them. Again, they play a great zone backer, so we're going to need to prepare for that. And their offense is really balanced. They got a lot of great kids. So looking forward to it if we're going to Fisher or if we're playing them at Tufts.
All right, everybody. Thanks very much. Congratulations, and all the best next weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you.